En meny.
En vin.
En vin.
En salat.
Salat. En meny.
En meny.
En restaurant.
En restaurant.
En meny.
En meny.
Han spiser salat og brød.
Han spiser salat og brød.
Han spiser salat og brød.
Brød. Han spiser salat og brød. He eats, spiser. Salad and... Not ready for prime time yet there. A restaurant. En restaurant.
En restaurant.
Restaurant.
En vin.
En vin.
En meny.
En meny.
En restaurant.
Restaurant. En vin.
En vin.
Mannen leser en meny.
Mannen leser en meny. The man reads a menu.
Moren din har en restaurant.
Okay, moren din. Definite suffix. The meaning is definite.
Har.
And then it's also got a possessive word. Your mother, definite. In this word order, there's another option too, where it wouldn't have the, with the noun, wouldn't have the ending on it. Your mother, har, has a restaurant. Moren din har en restaurant.
Forretten står på bordet.
Forretten står på bordet.
Forretten står på bordet.
Bordet. Bordet. Forrett.
Forretten.
Oh, the before eating, before food. Nice double consonants there. So, appetizer was it?
Forretten.
Yeah. Står. Literally stands, but here as a verb of location, being in a place. Stands upon the table. The starter is, we will use on the table. And the meaning of the quality we call definiteness is shown by the T suffix.
Det vår vin.
Det vår vin. It is our wine. Det vår vin. Det Let's look at the structure of that one. So I'd like to use square brackets for nouny things. It doesn't look right. Pardon me. Oh, it's not the right one. There we go. Det var vin. So, square brackets for noun phrases. D is one on its own, just one word. V-shaped brackets for verb phrases is, and then our wine, those two together, also a noun phrase. I kind of mixed my things there. Let me use brackets on the target language. To show the structure. Var. I'll do. It's A with a circle above it. Veen. And I just want a quick typable equivalent. I'll know what that is, I think. And those together, the verb. Det means it. Is our wine. Is a verb phrase. Right. We have phrases within phrases. So I've got the Norwegian on the top and then an English equivalent right underneath. Det, subject, it, is, hvor is our vin, wine.
Har vi nok melk? Vi nok.
So we see inversion. Here the verb is coming first, and that marks a yes-no question. We'll say in English, do we have? English just prefers this do in an indicative mood. Nok, enough. I guess we could call it an adverb. But more of a noun. Enough of milk is the idea. Comes from a verb, however. The word enough is related to this nok. Ganoga. Milk is milk. Do we have enough milk? So I just want to draw your attention to the close parallels between
Har.
Norwegian and English in the roots of the words. Har, the root is just ha, and that's our have. We've kept a labial consonant there from the ancestor language. V is we, just a divergence slightly in the value of the initial. Nok has the same root as our enough. Milk is milk, just a different vowel. Do we have har vi nok melk?
De drikker 4 glass vin.
So that also reminds us of, so the word is nok, enough. I presume it's equivalent to that, which means German genug, which also means enough, same root, but probably also in noch, which means still. Let me look that up. So it's going to be here. NOCH is probably occurs in several languages, so I'm going to specify I want the German word. From Germanic nuch. Nuque, how cool. Fusion of two particles. Cognitive touch noch and noch, which are the same word. So let's find out more about this. Nuch is the root. Descendants. Okay, no, it doesn't connect it to genug at all enough. So I could be just conflating two things. A double slash for not really, but worth comparing anyway. Or a new hypothesis. De drikker
4.
fire glass vin. They are drinking, drikker. Was unk in the middle of this word originally, and in the Scandinavian languages it became a long stop consonant, long K. Drinking. Fire is the number 4. Glass, we will put it in the plural, glasses, and we'll insert of. We'll add this of. We don't say 4 glasses wine. It is a restaurant. Det er en restaurant. Hit the 3 there.
Har vi nok melk?
Do we have enough milk? Har vi, have we, nok melk?
Forretten er salat.
Forretten er salat. The starter, the first course is salad. Forretten er salat.
Jeg leser en meny.
I'm reading a menu. Jeg leser en meny.
Her er forretten din.
Here is your first course. Her er forretten din. Din.
Her er forretten din.
Din. Forretten din.
Her er forretten din.
Forretten din. Thy for eating. For Essen is for Speise. Spieß root. So, it is a restaurant. Det er en restaurant. Looks like we're in good shape. Welcome back to Language Institute. I'm your verb ally, and we're starting with Norwegian today. So Norwegian is closely related to Danish, Swedish, and Icelandic. And English is a sort of cousin to that group of sister languages. Family we generally call Germanic. It includes German also, but is more than that. So those Scandinavian languages, Dutch is Germanic, all the German dialects. In the north of Germany, anyway. Let me get on with Norwegian, which we're here for. Cousin language of English is my point. Pizza.
En pizza.
Pizza.
En kokk.
Cook.
En middag.
Middag. Silent G there.
En pizza.
So two syllable words like pizza, middag, they tend to have a tonal upstep to my ear. Dinner. Not serviteur.
En servitør.
Looks French. Server.
En pizza.
So.
En middag.
Oh, okay. Originally midday, so for the lunch meal. Shifting in meaning to the evening meal. How cool. Middag.
Vi bestiller middag og kaffe.
Bestiller middag og kaffe. Bestiller, we have German bestellen, to order. Okay. We order. Go. Dinner and coffee. I'll let you out. All right. Be a couple seconds, but in order to not have dead air. 합니다. 말합니다. Doing speech. I am talking.
남자가 한국어로 말합니다.
남자가 man 한국어로 in Korean 말합니다. He is speaking. The man is speaking
한국어와 영어.
All right, back to Norwegian. En kokk.
En pizza.
Pizza. Nice long double consonant sound there. Pizza. Taking up an extra beat.
En middag.
Middag.
En kokk.
Also nice and high toned at the end. Servitør.
En kokk. En middag. En servitør.
Servitør. Sort of rising on the final syllable in this three-syllable word. Long
Vær så god.
Vær så god. You're welcome, I think.
Vær så. Vær.
Dig in. Here you are. Here you go. I'll use go, nice and short. Vær så god.
Vær så god.
Vær så god. So the R is coloring this
Så.
S. On its own, the word is så.
Vær så god.
But here it becomes vash, and that's a fusion of these consonants. It's sort of a telescoping of many features into a single sound. Vash så god. I don't quite understand the grammatical structure of it, but apparently it's what you say when giving someone, presenting food. Is what
Vær.
dig in. So that is the verb to be, yeah. Be.
Så.
Okay.
Så.
Be quick and precise here. Be so good.
God.
Makes sense. And in Swedish, I think their related expression is just written as a single word. Varsågod.
De guttene er servitører.
Servitører, plural here. De
Guttene.
It's those boys. Or it's not their boys, is it? I'm gonna guess those boys. Guttene are. See the closeness of the verb. Are, just different in the vowel essentially. Servitører, waiters. Let's hear it again.
De guttene er servitører.
De guttene er servitører.
De guttene er servitører.
Servitører. So I hear raising of the vowel, like we also have in Portuguese, in a syllable at the end of the word like that. It's written but sounding like e. Servitører.
Servitører.
It's the quality of the second one, v, how it strikes my ear, rather than the vowel quality of se in this final syllable.
Jeg vil ha vin til fisken.
Jeg vil ha vin til fisken. I want to have wine until the fish makes little sense.
Til.
With makes sense. Going unto. Okay. I want. So it's literally vil ha, I want to have. English, if we just say want, that covers all that. I want wine and the fish. Yep. Fish. I would like wine with the fish. Vil ha.
Ha.
I think mine could have done that. For their consideration.
Vil du ha øl til maten?
Vil du ha øl til maten? Do you want to have øl, beer, with the food? Vil du ha øl is written with this modified O. Øl, so it's with the tongue forward and lips rounded. It's about mid-open. Vil du ha
Vil du ha øl til maten?
Til, one L or two. Maten is going to be like this, I think. Maten. But it sounds like
Vil du ha øl til maten?
no, long ah. Okay. Til with one L. Vil du ha øl?
Vil du ha øl til maten?
So it's nice that they show us the correct one. They're always helpful.
Vil du ha øl til maten?
Øl til maten.
Vil du ha øl til maten?
So like we do at the end of English button,
Han er restaurantens kokk.
the vowel will get swallowed, it might say.
Han er restaurantens kokk.
Restaurants. So spelled NT as in French, the whole word restaurant. But the sound is like Swedish, where it's an eng. And Swedish actually spells it that way.
Han er restaurantens kokk.
So this T sounds like a G, if you will. It doesn't really. NG is a single consonant sound. Restaurants, which seems to be pretty rare without a K next to it. Or rare generally in Scandinavian.
Han er restaurantens kokk.
It's the restaurant's cook, just that final noun phrase. He is the... This one's definite.
Restaurantens. Restaurantens.
Restaurants, possessive. Cook at the restaurant. Are they eating dinner? A yes, no question. Spiser de middag? Number one there. Looks good to me.
Her er pizzaen, vær så god.
Her er pizzaen, vær så god.
Her er pizzaen, vær så god.
So spelled with an E, but there's no E sound. Here is pizzaen, vær så god. Here is the pizza, dig in. Pizza intro. Her er pizzaen. Smart her. Kostere.
Ja takk, jeg vil ha vin til pastaen.
Takk, jeg vil ha vin til pastaen.
Ja takk, jeg vil ha vin til pastaen.
Jeg vil ha vin til pastaen. Ja takk, jeg vil ha vin til pastaen.
Ja takk, jeg vil ha vin til pastaen.
So that one's a little counterintuitive. This word for I, spelled J-E-G, sounds like yai. My mother is a cook. Min mor, or it could be moren min cook. So number one looks good. Moren min. So the definite when the noun is first, definite form, and possessive when follows. That's the story there. One min is an adjective, one's a determiner, maybe.
De guttene er servitører. De guttene er servitører.
Those boys are waiters. De guttene er servitører.
Moren min er kokk.
There's this with the possessive final word order. Moren min er kokk.
Jeg vil ha vin til fisken.
To do wine with the fish. I would like the sound. Would like it. Wine with the fish along with
Vil du ha øl til maten?
do ha want you to have øl, beer til along with maten, the food. En flaske.
En tallerken. Olje. En flaske.
Flaske.
En tallerken. Olje. En flaske.
Flaske. Flaske. That word has a, to me now, unusual sounding accent pattern.
En flaske.
Flaske. It's not the usual low-high combo, but two falling tones to my ear.
En flaske.
Flaske. Which is interesting. Wonder why. Can't hear him anymore after we do that. But we got it again.
En tallerken.
Tallerken, whereas there you have the expected upstep tonally at the end, and also the raising of the vowel from to, so the written to e. as in Portuguese.
En flaske.
Flaske. There it is again with this beaker.
Olje.
Yeah, that too. The two falling tones. So we've got at least two distinct sort of tonal classes for two-syllable words so far.
Kvinnene drikker en flaske vin.
This is plural definite. Drikker.
Flaske.
Flaske vin. So no of in Norwegian, just one bottle wine. Similar to Chinese, for instance, in word order. Kvinnene, the women. Drikker, they drink one bottle of plate.
Olje.
Yeah. There, maybe it's an upstep.
Olje.
Olje.
En flaske.
En flaske.
En tallerken.
Tallerken. Tallerken.
Har du en kniv?
Har du en kniv? Have you a knife? We say do you have. So an can be one, the number, or just our determiner, a knife. And we hear the K is sounded in this word as, well, not, this German didn't have the relative of this.
Har du en kniv?
But in English it did become silent. It was at one time sounded.
De serverer kaffe.
Centuries ago, in the Middle English period.
De serverer kaffe.
De serverer kaffe. They are serving. I'll just put the simple present because it's short. Doesn't necessarily give a very felicitous sentence in English, but I just like to be quick about it. Kaffe, just no article here. An indefinite form, but it's not a countable thing. So like we do in English, just the single word coffee without or the.
Har du en kniv?
Do you have a knife? Let's give the airplane a second. Har du en kniv?
Har du oljen?
Do you have? The oil. That's definite, shown by the suffix.
Hovedretten står på bordet.
Hovedretten står på bordet, so stands on the table or is on
Bordet.
this.
Hovedretten.
Wow, what is going on with this word? The main course is on the table is the meaning, and I'll look at this really interesting looking compound or something up in the dictionary. The main course is on the table. Hovedrett without en. Main course. Hoved. Oh, head. Your noggin, right? Yeah, chief main principle as a prefix from an Old Norse word, hovd, which is our word head, hauvida. Kauput. Haubuda. Havuda or habuda, northern form of haubudan. Haubudan. Hoofd. What is it in modern Dutch? Hoofd. Hauvith. Gothic there, the oldest recorded Germanic language. With any long connected text. I suppose Runic is older. Okay. Back to modern Norwegian.
Hovedretten pasta?
Hovedretten pasta is the main course pasta. Hovedretten pasta.
Servitørene har ikke tallerkenene.
Gnes, plural definite. Servitør, and so is this one. Servitørene, the waiters, har ikke tallerkene. Tallerknene.
Tallerkenene.
Tallerknene. So this E between the K and the N is not.
Tallerkenene.
Tallerknene. The waiters do not have any, we could say, or they have none. They have no plates. Is closer to what the Norwegian says. Do not have the plates, yeah. So any doesn't work, not any the plates. Those clash. And I didn't know.
Tallerkenene.
So what to look for is the E-N-E at the end of a noun. Means the and plural. He orders a bottle of beer. Han bestiller en flaske øl. En flaske øl. Han bestiller en flaske øl.
Hovedretten står på bordet.
Hovedretten. Retten. So that's the boundary. The first part is hoved, which is related to our word head. Retten. We should also look up while we're here. Hoved. Rett. What's related to that? Rechtas. Right, straight. The head, straight. What? What an interesting compound. As far as what it means. Gets your head straight. Or maybe the straight is in, like, we say square meals a day. 3 square meals. Retten.
Hovedretten står på bordet.
I think that one means to stand. På, upon. Bo, split in bordet. But borde, with the silent T, means the table.
Hovedretten står på bordet.
So these two sound like a single r to me there. But not bordet or anything. The waiter serves the salad. Servitøren, spelled R-E-N. Serverer salaten.
Vi liker tallerkenene våre.
Vi liker tallerkenene våre. We like our plates. Good. Happy for you. Vi liker tallerkenene våre. This liker is
Liker.
really close match with our word like. The man has a knife. Mannen har en kniv. Man has one knife. Just like our English words. Just a little bit divergent.
Har du oljen? Har.
The oil. Har du oljen?
Servitørene har ikke tallerkenene.
Servitørene har ikke tallerkenene. The waiters do not have the plates. Betaler.
En skje. Et måltid. Betaler.
German has bezahlen. Same root, same prefix. Fork.
Et måltid.
Betaler.
En gaffel.
Gaffel.
Hvem betaler deg?
Hvem betaler deg? Here we have the object form.
Betaler.
You. We know that you are not the one paying, but who is paying you? Hvem, think of our whom. Close parallel. Who pays, betaler, you. Who pays you?
Et måltid.
Måltid.
Betaler.
Betaler.
En skje.
Skje. Måltid.
Betaler. En gaffel.
En gaffel.
Et måltid.
Måltid.
Gaffel, kniv og skje.
Gaffel. Kniv og skje.
Gaffel, kniv og skje.
Gaffel. Kniv og skje. Fork. Gaffel. We have German Gabel from the same source. Kniv is our word knife. O. Close. Knife. O is and. German auch. She spoon. Oak spoon, yeah, great one. And spoon.
Vi spiser måltidet.
Spiser måltidet. Neuter noun here for meal. We eat the meal. Vi spiser måltidet. With a silent T again. We eat the meal.
Det er en frukt, ikke en grønnsak.
Suck, green thing, probably vegetable from the context. Det, it, er en frukt, is a fruit. Ikke not. En grønnsak.
Det er en frukt, ikke en grønnsak.
Grønnsak, long vowel in the second part. Not a vegetable.
Gaffel, kniv og skje. Gaffel, kniv og skje.
Gaffel, kniv og skje.
Hva smaker det?
Smaker det? How does it taste? Or it could mean what does it taste like?
Tallerkenen er mellom kniven og gaffelen.
Let's smack some.
Tallerkenen er mellom kniven og gaffelen.
Mellom, among,
Mellom.
between. Alright.
Tallerkenen er mellom kniven og gaffelen.
So it sounds like no S here in the second half of this word, but a long N. Tallerken.
Tallerkenen er mellom kniven og gaffelen.
Gaffel. Tallerken er mellom kniven og gaffelen. The plates. What an interesting sound combo. That's cool. Yeah, I would say the vowels get dropped out and the
Tallerkenen.
nasal and this liquid,
Gaffelen.
they become resonants. They behave as the vowels, as the nucleus of their syllables. The plates are the plate, rather.
Tallerkenen.
Okay, so the stem just happens to end in an N, and then you have a definite suffix between the knife, singular, og gaffel, and the fork.
Hva smaker det?
Smaker det? Hva? With a D? Smaker det? No D. What does it taste like? Hva smaker det?
Det er en frukt, ikke en grønnsak.
Grønnsak. Det er en frukt. It is a fruit, not a vegetable. Det er en frukt, ikke en grønnsak. That's a fruit.
Vi spiser måltidet.
Vi spiser måltidet. Who pays you? Hvem betaler deg?
Gaffel, kniv og skje.
Gaffel, kniv og skje. Just fork, spoon.
Hva smaker det?
Smaker det? What does it taste? Alright, gotta get my Korean course into shape here so we can, I'm just starting out. Want to be able to range across all the topics, cover some ground. And how are we doing in the league, by the way? Looking alright.
길이 깁니다.
Kimnida. Kilda. The length is long.
길이,
The street. That makes more sense. Street.
아니요, 저는 나쁩니다.
아니요, 저는 나쁩니다. I am bad.
나쁩니다.
No, I am bad. 아니요, no. 저는, as for me, 나쁩니다. It's a verb meaning to be bad.
물건이 작습니다.
물건이, the thing, 작습니다 is small.
공들이 많습니다.
공들이 많습니다. So the verb is to be numerous. 만하다, man from Chinese 10,000. And 공들, balls. So the balls are actually numerous would be a close literal one. A little silly for English. There are many of them.
사람들이 많습니다. 사람들이 많습니다.
사람들이 people. So Lexi logos Korean. I just type in RR and it converts it.
사람들이 많습니다.
많습니다. The same verb. So 사람 is people. 사람 person. 들 makes plural. E for subject. Man. So M-A-N-H for this root. Sum. S-E-U-B. 니다. 사람들이 people. 많습니다 are numerous.
친구들은 좋습니다.
친구들은 좋습니다. Plural mark.
친구들은
Topic friends. The verb 좋다, to be good. Friends are good.
공들이 큽니다.
공들이 큽니다. The verb root
큽니다. 공들이
to be big. The balls.
연필이 짧습니다.
연필이. Okay. Got a complex cluster
짧습니다.
in this one. 잘, yeah.
연필이 짧습니다.
짧습니다. It's written L and then a B consonant, but we drop the B. 짧습니다.
짧습니다.
Short. Huh, not cool. 연필이, the pencil. This is a word borrowed from Chinese. Pencil. Lead brush is the compound meaning. 짧습니다 is short. Respectful verb form there.
남자가 큽니다.
남자가, the man. 크다, to be big. 큽니다 is big.
학교가 좋습니다.
학교가 좋습니다. Is that it?
학교가 좋습니다.
Sounds like the
학교가
H
좋습니다.
causing the S to geminate. That's cool. Make a note of that.
좋습니다.
So that first syllable, J-O-H, 조, is what I call the root. Not just I, but generally is called the root of the verb. It's always present in all forms of it, through all inflections. So Norwegian there, and here's some notes on Korean. It'll be pretty obvious what that is. And if you're seeing Korean writing really for the first time, you're not familiar. It's a really wonderful system because it's alphabetic, but it groups things into syllable blocks similar to Chinese. So it's kind of a happy blend of those types of writing systems. And I'm just going to transliterate sound for sound here. Sub is how this EU is a single vowel sound. This H after vowel can sometimes be silent. Sometimes it'll affect the following consonant. And so what's interesting is what seems to be happening here. Sub, mi, da, this would be a transliteration, letter for letter. And for the sound, what I'm hearing is, to sort of approximate it, chosumnida. So, does H be, my question here is, underlying H sounding as S in a tense cluster? Is that what's going on? If so, cool. Alright. So,
학교가 좋습니다.
좋습니다. The school is good. School is cool.
자동차가 많습니다.
자동차가, let's see. The car, 많습니다. So here we'll take it, because the verb tells us that there are very many of them. I'm going to sort of change the structure for English. I'm going to say there are many. Use an existential construction. The Korean verb really just says that they are numerous, but I'm gonna go for more idiomatic English here. There are many cars. We got to mark the plural. No, the Korean does not. We do have plural markers, but we don't really need one here.
많습니다.
Verb says it all.
빵이 작습니다.
방이 as far as the number. 빵이 작습니다. 작 is small again. The bread is small.
영화가 깁니다.
영화 movie. 깁니다 is long. Always a good feature of a movie. So the root there is just 기.
깁니다.
B is part of the ending. 깁. That's how it's spelled. 깁니다. We say 깁니다. Bit harder. The movie is short. 영화. We could say either nun or ga. Let's use ga. 영. So our system for Korean looks like these ones I'm spelling. If you try to slow down a little so you can follow. Hua is the next syllable. And then once you hit the space bar, it gives you the Hangul syllable. And it breaks down into consonant, vowel, consonant, both these guys. And here we have a complex vowel, so yeah, I just can't, it's hard to really point to the parts I mean. Keep your eyes peeled for this stuff, is for these recurring shapes here. Yonghua ga. Okay, these two, the same vowel quality, so the graphic part that they share is the a vowel. Yonghua ga, short chak sumnida. J-A, K or G, same thing. S-E-U-B, ni da. Chaksumnida is short. Yongwaga. Oh, short. Yeah, I wrote the small one. It's not a small movie. So this one has a complex cluster on that verb root. We'll type JJ, and then it's A-L-B. But in this verb form, we're going to drop out the B sound. We're going to say chal, chal for the syllable. Yes, people are bad. So yes is ye. People, 사람들이, 사람들, and subject 이. To be bad was 나쁘다. 나쁩니다, we'll say, for this politeness level that we're seeing. Double B, tense one. And then also B. I think. 나쁩니다. Not quite convinced of that. 예, 사람들은, also as topic. 나쁩니다. The movie is short. Let's try that again. 영화 movie 가 짧습니다. Spell J-A-J-J-A-L-B. Sum S-E-U-B. 니다. 짧습니다 is short. Did I send that tweet? No, I did not. Alright, let's do what we promised and always do it. And do some Norwegian again. Might just come on back. Motion. A door.
En pizza.
Ei skjorte.
I skjorte. What's this I? Feminine form? E-I in Norwegian. Nynorsk. Norwegian bookmål. From ein, feminine singular. Okay, 3 genders. And this one loses its N, but it's the same word as en for feminine now.
En dør. En pizza.
So these must be masculines.
Ei skjorte.
Oops, let me choose
Kvinnen løper.
runs.
Løper.
The woman is running.
De kjører til butikken.
Kjører til butikken.
Kjører.
They drive. De kjører til to the store.
Hestene løper til gjerdet.
Horses run to the yard.
Gjerde.
Probably related to the word yard, but a different thing. Hestene løper til gjerdet. Gjerde.
Hestene løper til gjerdet.
Gjerde, right. The simplification of that cluster. And the G is not really heard. And it's the same thing with the final T. So at both ends of this, it's lost a sound. It's going to shed its sounds.
Velkommen hjem.
Velkommen hjem. Hjem is the word home. Heimas.
Han ser en elg utenfor døra.
Han ser, he sees, en elg, a moose. Utenfor døra. Not mouse, moose. Outside the door, I do believe. Døra. So no N or T.
De kommer hjem til oss.
De kommer hjem til oss.
De kommer hjem til oss.
They're coming. Kommer hjem, H-J-E-M, til oss, to us. Coming home to us.
Hvor går de?
Hvor går de? Where are they? Subject last. Where are they going?
Ja, vi kjører dit.
Kjører dit. Kjører was. Yes, we. It's dit. Is that this?
Kjører
Driving.
dit.
Okay, interesting. Yes, we drive there.
Når kommer naboene hjem?
Neighbors.
Når kommer naboene hjem?
The neighbors come home. Når kommer naboene hjem? What was the spelling? Let me look. So, for this kind of thing, Google Translate is good to have handy. Want to look up that neighbor word or get the spelling of it. Norwegian bokmål for neighbor, which is a Scandinavian word, this English one. Nabo. Nabor. So several options, but this was the one we saw. 6 letters. Nabor. Let's see. No, we never walk there. Nei, vi går aldri dit. Aldri. Går. To go. Spaserer. Ofte is not good. That's gonna be number 1. Aldri, never.
Hvor går de?
Hvor går de? Where are they going? Hvor går de? The girls are walking to the playground. Jentene går til lekeplassen. It's good. Leke is to play. Jentene, the girls. Til lekeplassen.
Ja, vi kjører dit.
Kjører dit. We're driving there. Ja, vi kjører dit. When are the neighbors coming home? Kommer naboene hjem?
Han løper dit.
Løper dit. He's running there. Han løper dit. Sees a moose. Did that go? Sees a moose outside the door. Han ser en elg utenfor døra. Døren. Ser en elg. Yeah, døra here. Not the N suffix with this one. Children run to the tree. Barna. Barnene. Oh, no, that's not it. Barna. The children. Interesting. Doesn't look like a, what do you call it? Definite plural. That is Barna. The children. Unusual. Children, maybe it's usual for neuter nouns, don't know. Let's see, yeah. In dør. Yeah, in dør is masculine.
En dør.
Singular. Okay. Flies, flyr.
En kjole.
En gaffel.
Flyr. Kommer naboene hit?
Kommer naboene. Are the neighbors coming? Hit me must mean here. Dit there, hit here.
Vi flyr dit.
Flyr dit, we're flying there. Vi flyr dit.
Drar du hjem?
Drar du hjem? Drar. Something you home. Drar.
Drar.
Going, leaving. Don't recognize this verb at all. Leaving. What else will you?
Drar.
Going. Are you going home? Drar du hjem?
Han kommer tilbake.
Or verb drag, I suppose. Tilbake. Back to behind. What's this?
Tilbake.
He's coming back.
Jeg drar hjem.
Jeg drar hjem.
Jeg drar hjem.
Jeg drar hjem. I'm going home.
Bjørnen kommer mot meg. Bjørnen kommer mot meg.
With me?
Mot.
Word. How cool. Like to meet. Right? Let's see this moot. So my suspicion is that it's related to our English words meet and moot. Moot. Let's just go there. Scroll down Norwegian. The shorter the word, the more frequent it is across languages. Nynorsk. Not courage, but moving to toward. Missing. Yes, but I suspect it's etymologically this word of meeting. Okay, in the sense of going to meet. So Bjarn, the bear, is coming toward me. Yum. Sounds good. Welcome back. Velkommen tilbake. Velkommen.
Katter flyr ikke.
Cats. Flyr ikke. Oh, look at that. We just chop off the R. We have our word fly. Ikke is the negative. Do not fly. So the catapult. We are flying there. Vi flyr dit. So, yeah. Look for easy ways to identify these words with each other. Whatever means you can build to connect the two things in your mind.
Jentene kommer hit.
Jentene, the girls, kommer, we can say are coming, hit here. Child runs toward the woman. Barna løper mot kvinnen. Løper mot kvinnen. There we go. Number 2.
Hesten løper hit.
Hesten løper hit. The horse is running hither. Might be our closest relative of this word. Hesten løper hit. Hither means toward here. She goes there. Hun drar dit. This would be what I would want. Number 3.
Hun drar fra ham.
Drar fra ham. Oh, is this from home?
Ham.
Him. From him. From his hand. Okay. Hun drar fra ham. She's going from him. Leaving him. Hun drar fra ham. She is leaving him. That's grammar. But drar. So maybe, okay. My guess is this one is related to our verb withdraw. Or form, and also you can sense the closeness of the meaning. Hun drar hem. She's leaving him. And just to sort of suggest the structure, I use these brackets for a prepositional phrase. This one is within this verb phrase. She is leaving from him would be closer. She is. We have a transitive verb there in English, just a simple object. So to remember the form and associate the forms and remember the meaning, withdraw is my clue for this. She's withdrawing from him. The dog is running here and there. Hunden løper here and there, something like hit og dit. Hit og dit. Hither and thither. The child runs toward the woman. Barna løper toward, løper mot it's spelled kvinden, but kvinnen will be the sound. Barnet. Neuter singular. Okay, so hold on to that for sure. Barna is plural. So just to show the boundary between stem and ending, the child, and that's also definite, different suffix, and this one is the singular, the child. Barnet, Barna. She is coming back with the cake. Okay, hun kommer tillbaka, just like bake at the end, tillbaka with mig, kaka, kaken, because it's definite. Okay, thank you. Not kraken, but kaken, the cake. The child runs toward the woman, Barnet. Runs is löper toward mot kvinnen. But it's spelled double N. It sounds that way too. So this is Danish spelling. And in Norwegian, it's closer to the pronunciation. Kvinnen, long, extra long N. Time flies. Okay. So here's book number 1 that we've put out, and book number 2 looks like that. Oh, but I'm in the wrong place. That's not. There's book number 1. Here's number 2. Come find it on our website, langoinstitute.com, under the Things tab. Up here. Things, books is the last one. Alright, on with Norwegian. A pool.
Sokker.
Sokker, plural.
En bukse.
Bukse.
Et basseng.
Bassin is probably taken from French, judging by the form. Bassin, which is our word basin.
Fuglene flyr frem og tilbake. Tilbake.
Flyr frem og tilbake. Frem.
Frem.
Forward. Forth. So the birds, definite plural. Fuglene are flying, or just for short, they fly. I'll say back and forth. Forth and back.
Mamma sitter ved bassenget.
Bassenget. Ved is related to our word with, but I guess in here. She's sitting with the bathtub, doesn't really.
Ved.
Mamma sitter vid bassenget. Sitting by the pool, not the bathtub.
Kvinnen løper forbi mannen.
Be, just like German vorbei. Compound preposition. The woman, singular, runs by the man. And those suffixes are what show you the definiteness. Our word the.
Han går etter meg.
Etter meg, it must be after.
Etter.
Assimilation of the consonants in the middle. He. Is it goes or is it walks?
Går.
Going. Walks after me. Creepy.
Han går forbi døren.
Goes through that slowly.
Han går forbi døren.
Goes past the door. Døren. So D modified O R-E-N. Han går forbi døren.
Han går forbi
Forbi
døren.
døren.
Anden svømmer mot oss.
Han svømmer mot oss. Mot, like to meet us, against, toward. Yeah, the duck. Anden, with a nice long N sound. We don't hear a D. Svømmer.
Anden svømmer mot oss.
Svømmer. Cluster. Swims. To us, toward us. So we want is swimming toward us. The birds are flying back and forth. Fuglene flyr frem og tilbake.
Det er en and i bassenget.
Flyr en and i bassenget. There is a duck in the pool. Okay, that's cool. We see the D in that plural form, or in the definite form.
En.
But we lose it in the indefinite. So D say there is a duck in the pool. The cat is running after the mouse. Katten løper etter elgen. Musen we have. Katten løper etter musen. The mouse, not the moose. So they can't run after the moose.
Hvor er bassenget?
Hvor er bassenget? Where is the pool?
Hvor er bassenget?
Hvor er bassenget? They are walking past her. It's going to be on, they går past, forbi, and then what's the henne? De går forbi henne. Forbi henne.
Fuglene flyr frem og tilbake.
Fuglene flyr frem og tilbake.
Fuglene flyr frem og tilbake.
Fuglene flyr frem og tilbake. Flyr. Yeah, sometimes if it doesn't catch one, it doesn't change blue.
Flyr.
Just add it to the end. The woman swims past the children. Så kvinnen svømmer forbi. The children, definite plural is barna. Kvinnen svømmer forbi barna.
Katten løper etter musen.
Musen. Katten løper etter musen. Are they swimming back? Svømmer de tilbake? Number 2.
Fisken svømmer frem og tilbake.
Fisken svømmer frem og tilbake. Fisken svømmer frem og tilbake.
Bjørnen løper etter oss.
The bear, singular, is running after us. Bjørnen løper etter oss.
Anden svømmer mot oss.
Oss, it's a mid-vowel still. Okay, this is definite. The duck is swimming toward us.
Gutten hopper i bassenget.
Where are we cycle-wise? Okay. It must be done.
Kokken ser gjennom boken.
Gjennom boken. Okay, what's that? Gjennom. The cook sees, maybe looks,
Gjennom.
is looking through the book. How cool. Yeah, that.
Hun legger boken på bordet.
Hun legger boken på bordet. She lays the book on the table.
Hunden går gjennom døren. Hunden går gjennom døren.
Går døren.
Hunden går gjennom døren. Hunden går gjennom døren.
Døren. Gjennom. Through. Double N-G-J. Gjennom. Preposition.
De løper inn i kafeen.
It's a double.
Løper.
They run into the cafe. I guess. So E comes from
Inn.
and this in could come from a compound of it or just a stressed form. In E is redundant. It's the same word twice in a sense.
Det er opp til deg.
Det er opp til deg. Det er opp til deg. It's up to you. Oh, nice. Sneaky fish. Up to you.
Fisken svømmer gjennom vannet.
So between or in, the fish is swimming in the water. Fisken svømmer gjennom vannet. Swimming through.
Servitøren hopper på bordene.
Bir.
På, hopper.
The waiter jumps onto the tables. How cool. Sounds like a party. Jumps onto the tables. Definite plural. I'm putting the clothes here. Jeg legger klærne her. Looks pretty good. Smarter.
Nei, gjennom her.
Gjennom, through here. No, through here. They run up to there and back here. So de løper opp dit og tilbake hit. 3 looks pretty good.
Han hopper opp på bordet.
Hopper opp på bordet. He jumps up onto the table. Han hopper opp på bordet. It's a nice rhythm to it.
Han hopper opp på bordet.
Hopper opp på bordet. The double ones really are sounded long, longer than single consonants.
Han hopper opp på bordet.
Here you have that stacking up with
På.
Hoppo. And then the B is the same place of articulation. Nice.
Han hopper opp på bordet.
A good sample or something. Han hopper opp på bordet. The cat jumps in. Katten hopper inn. Looks pretty promising.
Det er opp til deg.
Til deg. It's up to you. Det er opp til deg. Det. She runs into the house. Hun løper inn i huset. Løper inn i huset.
Hun går gjennom døren.
Går gjennom døren. The dog goes through the door. Hun går gjennom døren. She lays the book on the table. Hun legger boken på bordet. There it is.
Hunden hopper inn i bilen.
Hun hopper inn i bilen into the car. She jumps into the car. The dog does. Hun hopper inn i bilen. Hun. For she and hunden.
Hunden.
Sounds a bit like the word for she. Jeg legger, because transitive dem her. I put them here.
Hun går gjennom døren.
Hunden går så gjennom J-G-E-N-N. Døren in the spelling. Through the door. Okay. Window.
Flyr.
Flyr to fly.
Et basseng. Et vindu.
Vindu. Nice.
Endene flyr ned til vannet.
Our word window is taken from Old Norse centuries ago. The cousin of this word.
Endene flyr ned til vannet.
Sister, rather. Who ended up in England. Endene flyr ned til vannet. Is that near to the water?
Ned.
Down. Ned. Okay, we have this in Netherlands. And now that's definite plural. The ducks fly, or are flying, down to the water.
Hun løper ned til butikken.
So is it hun or hunden?
Hun løper ned til butikken.
Til butikken, like that. She runs down to the store. Ned down.
Han kjører rett hjem.
Kjører. Can I remember what that is? Rett hjem. Han kjører. He returns.
Kjører.
Straight home.
Rundt og rundt.
Round and round. Looks like we have a suffix T added on, at least in the spelling.
Barna svømmer rundt i bassenget.
Yeah, so prepositional use here.
Barna svømmer rundt i bassenget.
Pool, around in the pool.
Bassenget.
Swims around in the pool. That's perfect good English too. Alright, let's give the chat a couple seconds. So this is our most recent book of Korean puns, and here's our first published book for us to enjoy while we're waiting for the... Okay, there we go.
Barna svømmer rundt i bassenget.
Barna svømmer rundt i bassenget.
Jeg kommer ut.
So word order lines up perfectly with English. Most of these cases. It jumps straight up. So I'm gonna guess. De hopper rett opp. De hopper rett opp. Jumps right up. Straight up.
Gutten kommer rett tilbake.
Gutten, the boy, comes, is coming, rett tilbake, straight back, right back. The girl puts the book down on the table. Jenta legger boken ned på bordet.
Han løper fra døren til vinduet.
Han løper fra døren til vinduet. He runs from the door til vinduet, to the window. Do you see the dog through the window? Ser du hunden through, gjennom vinduet, right? Vinduet. Ser dere, the formal you, I think, hunden, gjennom vinduet. The dog, shown by the suffix, the window by the T suffix.
Hun går ut.
Hun går ut, she goes out. Hun går ut. He runs from the door to the window. Han løper fra døren til vinduet.
Inn og ut.
Inn og ut, in and out. Inn og ut. She's coming straight down. Hun kommer rett ned. Rett ned. Hun kommer rett ned. Comes right down. Rundt. That unforgettable DT piling up there. Og rundt. I'm coming out. Jeg kommer ut. Hallelujah. So that clears up the way a bit there. Let's do a bit more. Oh, let me check. Do a bit more Korean for a moment.
사과가 뜨겁습니다.
사과가 뜨겁습니다. Apple, so the apple.
뜨겁습니다.
뜨겁습니다.
방이 쌉니다.
방이 쌉니다. 방이, the room. 쌉니다.
쌉니다.
Yeah, it's cheap. 싸다.
개가 느립니다.
개가 느립니다. 느리다. Slow or something?
느립니다.
Slow, 느리.
느립니다.
The dog is slow. 개가, the dog. 느립니다. To be slow.
남자는 빠릅니다.
남자는 빠릅니다. 빨라 is to be fast. 빠르다. 남자는 men, we could say, or the man, are fast.
음식이 비쌉니다.
음식이 food 비쌉니다 is expensive.
남자는 빠릅니다.
남자는 빠릅니다. Man is fast, men are fast. 남자. 자. No space. 는 all together. N-E-U-N space. 빠릅니다. So double B. spell with the B. 니다. I think.
남자는 빠릅니다.
빠릅니다. Men are fast.
빵이 가볍습니다.
빵이 가볍습니다. The bread is heavy.
가볍습니다.
Yep. Okay. Root there. Two syllable root. The bread is lightweight.
물건이 차갑습니다.
물건이 차갑습니다. 차갑다. So the thing was 차갑다.
차갑습니다.
차갑. Cold. Let's just talk a little bit about the structure of these verbs. We're seeing a single level of politeness.
차갑습니다.
Formal. And so the root, in this case, ends in the consonant P at the bottom. And that's why we get a sum.
차갑습니다.
Make next with an initial shiot. That's the name of that letter. Talking about the one at the beginning of this syllable on top. So we read the syllable blocks from top to bottom.
차갑습니다.
Are the components there.
여자가 무겁습니다.
So 무겁다, same structure, two syllable stem here, two syllable root, and that's
무겁습니다.
those three are the ending. 여자가, the woman. 무겁다 is
무겁습니다.
so both light and heavy end in a B sound. Those roots there. Woman is heavy.
물건이 뜨겁습니다.
물건이 뜨겁습니다. Two syllable root.
뜨겁습니다.
뜨겁. How can I remember? Okay, 뜨, if I picture the D letters as waves of steam above a boiling water level there. 물건이, the thing is hot.
책이 비쌉니다.
책이 비쌉니다. The book is expensive.
고양이가 가볍습니다.
고양이가 가볍습니다. Is light. Cat is light.
학생의 책들이 무겁습니다.
이 책들이, the students' books. 책들이 무겁습니다. Are heavy. The woman's car is slow. 여자의 차가, 여자, woman. A possessive. 차, car, 가. And then be slow, 느립니다. So root is 느, and then 리. And we add a B. That's where the ending begins, with that B sound, which becomes 니다. 느립니다. 여자의 차가 느립니다. 느립니다. What's different there? 자동차, automobile. The T is cold to the touch. 차갑다. 차가. We get some repeated syllables, or nearly so. Right? To be cold, I think it starts with just a J one. No, it's aspirated. 차가, 차가. Make a repeated pair of syllables. 차갑습니다. 차가 차갑습니다. P is equal to the touch. 차가 차갑습니다. The P is equal to the touch. The T is equal to the touch. Let's do some more Norwegian, just for variety. Prepositions.
Alle unntatt henne. Unntatt. Henne.
En av kattene sover.
Jeg liker alle dyr unntatt bjørner. Jeg liker alle dyr unntatt bjørner. Jeg liker alle unntatt bjørner. Jeg liker alle dyr unntatt bjørner.
All animals.
Unntatt bjørner. Jeg liker alle dyr unntatt bjørner.
De bor i et hus uten vinduer.
Jeg er her for deg.
Jeg liker alle dyr unntatt bjørner.
I like all animals except bears. Jeg liker alle dyr unntatt bjørner.
Jeg spiser is i stedet for frukt.
Is i stedet. Oh, instead of. Instead.
Stedet for.
Instead of. Just like the English construction, but here separate words. At least written that way. Jeg spiser, I... oh, is ice cream, probably.
Is.
Or ice, either one. Same as in German. Same word for both. Ice cream instead of fruit. Tisk, tisk. The man reads to the boy. Mannen reads, leser, to the boy. For gutten. Sounds good.
Jeg bruker aldri bukser uten belte.
I never wear pants without a belt. Jeg bruker aldri bukser uten belte.
Jeg bruker aldri bukser uten belte. Belte.
Reason to E there so much. I never wear pants without, and this uten is related to the second component in without. Same part as outside. Belt. 8 out of 10 cats. Not horses. 8 av 10 katter.
Drikker han vann i stedet for øl?
Does he drink water instead of beer? Drikker han vann i stedet for øl? Booking a table for us. Hun reserverer bordet. Brødet, not the bread. Et bord for oss. For oss. Hun bestiller et bord for oss.
Jeg liker ikke noen av de bøkene.
Ikke noen av de bøkene.
Jeg liker ikke noen av de bøkene.
Ikke noen.
Noen.
I like not any, not none. This is double negative construction, but I think it means none of the books. So, proper Norwegian says, I like not none of the books. Jeg liker ikke noen av
Bøkene.
de bøkene.
Jeg liker ikke noen av de bøkene.
Noen av de bøkene.
Jeg liker ikke noen av de bøkene.
Jeg liker ikke noen av de bøkene. He pays for some of them. Han betaler av dem is plural. For noen av dem. Oh wow, there it means some. Okay, so I take it back about the double negative. It's not. This noen is a pronoun.
Jeg drikker vann i stedet for brus.
Brus. Not a negative one. Jeg drikker
For.
vann i stedet for brus.
Brus.
Brause in German means fizzing. So fizzy drink. Jeg drikker vann
Jeg drikker vann i stedet for brus.
i stedet for brus. Jeg drikker vann I stedet for brus. Without milk, thanks. Utan melk, takk. Uten melk, takk.
Jeg ser alle unntatt jenta.
Unntatt jenta. Jeg ser alle unntatt jenta. Except for
Unntatt.
the girl. Jeg ser alle unntatt jenta. Everyone, I see.
Alle.
Men. Okay, men without women. Uten. Kvinner. What's the word? Kvinner, yeah. Kvinner. She is wearing bruker. Hun bruker. Scarf. Scarf. I wish I could hear it. A scarf. En skjerf. SKJ. ERF. I stedet for en hatt. Yeah. Han har på seg. She has upon herself. Et skjerf. I stedet for en hatt. Okay. She's wearing a scarf instead of a hat. She's wearing a scarf instead of a hat. She is wearing a scarf instead. Har på seg. Prepositional. And this på seg. Et skjerf. I stedet, this all is a prepositional thing too. Instead of a hat. In the place of. Har på seg. So without checking that, let me recap it. Didn't mean to adjust that size. Okay. Hun har. She has. På seg. Modified A. SIG. Et skjerf. I stedet for en hatt. På seg should be with an E. I stedet. In the place. Definite. I stedet. Just not sounded. In the place. Neuter. For a hat. So a nice one with 3 prepositional phrases there. Very instructive sentence. Har på seg, she has upon herself. That's the smaller part of the verb phrase. And the rest, objects and complements. So they belong there too. A nice quick run there. Lovely. Let's knock out this these. Also just a 1.
Hva bak denne døren?
In a door, what is something like in the back of the doors? So behind the doors. Va. Is that what?
Hva?
D is completely dropped out, the D or T. What is behind the door? I think it's singular. This door, denne. Okay. What would it be? Oh, it was door. It would just be dør. Døren. Denne.
Hva bak denne døren?
So this one looks plural to
Denne.
my German-speaking eyes, but it's singular. This door.
Dette en norsk bok.
Norsk bok. Dette, this is a Norwegian book. Dette en norsk bok.
Dette en norsk bok.
So here too, RS. Telescope into a single consonant sound. Sh. Norsk bok.
Denne din.
Denne din. This is yours.
Hun liker disse skoene.
Skoene. Disse. This must be plural. She likes these shoes. Could be those, but I'm gonna guess these, plural, close to the speaker. This one, denne, is yours, din.
Dette bordet er vårt.
Dette bordet er vårt. This table, singular, neuter, is ours, vårt. This dress needs a belt. This dress, denne kjolen behøver. Is it like to behoove as far as the form? Trenger. Denne kjolen trenger et belte. Denne kjolen, this dress, trenger is need.
Unnskyld, er dette din jakke?
Unnskyld, excuse me. Er dette din jakke?
Unnskyld, er dette din jakke?
Din jakke. Is this your jacket? This is not an apple. Dette er ikke appel. Eple. Er ikke et eple. Dette er ikke et eple.
Det bor 4 familier i dette huset.
Det bor 4 familier i dette huset.
Det bor 4 familier i dette huset.
Dette huset. In that house. 4 families. Or we could say there are 4 families. Closer. Living in that house. This house. Dette. I dette huset. This is going to be good to hold on to, these determiners. I dette huset. So, dot for the suffix. I dette huset, in this house, right? So it's a neuter, singular, and it's, well, I don't think we mark cases in noun. It would be like a dative, but I don't think there's any distinction in Norwegian here. These pants, so bukserne, disse buksene er mine. That's a good candidate. These buksene, these pants, and that's, don't know the gender, but it's plural for sure. That's what I know.
Disse bøkene tilhører læreren min.
Disse bøkene tilhører læreren min. These books belong to my teacher. Disse, so bøk, masculine, I think. Bøkene, these books. Also plural, definite. Disse bøkene tilhører læreren min. Tilhører. This fish is our lunch. Denne fisken er lunsjen vår. Denne fisken. So here's one to hold on to. This fish, singular. Masculine. Fisken. This fish. Masculine, singular. Of course, it's definite. They're all definite. But anyway, the noun is marked definite. This lunch is our fish.
Disse buksene er mine.
Disse buksene er mine. These pants are mine. Disse buksene er mine. This book. What's the neuter? Denne boken er min. Book, because that's masculine. So now we know what the gender is here. Denne boken this book. Masculine singular.
Hva er dette?
What is this? Var dette? So that's what we would call absolute. Dette. With no noun in the construction with it, just this. So it's, I guess it's neuter, but I'll mark that it is absolute.
Disse hestene er våre.
Disse hestene er våre. Disse hestene er våre. These horses are ours.
Han vil ha disse sokkene.
He wants to have these socks. Han vil ha disse sokkene.
Jeg liker denne vinen.
Jeg liker. I like these wines. This wine. I like this wine. Jeg liker den vinen. So what was that? Denne vinen. I guess we have enough masculine singular with those two.
Hva er bak denne døren?
Behind this door. Denne døren. What is behind this door? This dress. Denne kjolen trenger et belte.
Det bor 4 familier i dette huset.
4 familier i dette huset. In this house. 4 families living in this house. Fantastisk. All right, I think I'll end today's stream with a bit of, let's go to Irish. A few minutes of Irish here. Topic of dates and time.
Second.
Second, is that now? Unit of time.
Jeg er nomadsjå.
Aganomedshaw. This is at a minute. At this minute. Fascinating structure here. Let's parse it here. So the Irish form of Gaelic. Aganomedshaw.
Jeg er nomadsjå.
Aganomedshaw. At this moment. Minute. At this minute. So, anomedshaw, that's all a noun phrase. With the determiner, the pointing word at the end. And the ag is a preposition at. Embracing, so governing all of that. Aganomedshaw. And this one comes from the word moment of Latin, and it just changed that first M into an N to make them dissimilar.
Schachten no kaikish.
Schachten no kaikish. Okay. Kaikish is a fascinating word. I bet it comes from 14 days or some phrase like that. Means what we call a fortnight, which means 14 nights. It's a period of 2 weeks. Kaikish. Where do you come from? Koik. Oh, 15. Koik. And deich doing thigis. Pithevnos fortnight. Pim. And what's dig? Becoming. That's wild. Okay. Koik thigis. 15 nights. And for 5 and 10. Schachten. A week. Or a fortnight.
Kaikish. Secondi no nomad.
Secondi, plural form, seconds, or nomage. Also plural, minutes. At this minute. Aganomad Shaw. Aganomad at this minute. An nomad Shaw works without the preposition at though.
Kivit second.
So that I should have let him know that. Kwad.
Kivit second.
Kwait second. This is gonna be how many? Wait.
Eganamsha.
Eganamsha at this time. This one, too, same structure as this phrase. Put it on the new line. Eganamsha. Ag. At. And so not Tom, because this is an oblique case, probably dative. Not a T there. Sometimes you'll get a T popping in, but not here. Shaw. At this time. Beautiful. Very intricate grammar here, Irish. At this time. I'm going to make a note. There's no T prefixed. Like you would have in the nominative case.
Unsaurasha.
This summer. The summer this. It's related to our word summer. See, a weakened M spelled MH is a W. It's followed by R, same root.
Kaikish. Kaikishochin.
Ocean. What's a shin? Cookish, a ford. Oh, it's like a go in the past. Ohin.
Kaikishochin.
Kaikishohin. A fortnight ago, 2 weeks ago. Kaikishohin. How cool. In the past. Yeah, it's nice to finish a cycle there. Okay, maybe a little bit more. How many in this one? 3. Sounds good.
Mujrahar.
Mojracher. My brother?
Mujrahar.
Mojracher.
Mujrahar.
Mojracher. Doesn't seem to quite match up with the spelling.
Mujrahar.
Or something is wrong. Report audio does not sound correct here. First one. Ismalim Mojerfjur. I like my sister. Wow. Sister. She is good with me, is little meaning. Fjur. Fjur. Olin Maher, my father, is drinking. An Fjur. The sister.
Maher agus the Wahar.
Maher agus de Wacher, my father and my mother. Maher agus de Wacher.
Maher agus the Wahar.
Her agus de Wacher. Oh, do, yeah, your mother. So they mean. Not Mo Wacher, do Wacher.
Namik.
Nick the sons. Inian. His. Inian. What's that? Daughter.
Namik.
Mick the son. Rishin. Mahush Mihari. Mahush Mihari. My parents run. Mwami. My mum. Wami.
Ichin the Grahar.
Giracher. Har. Ichin da giracher. Har.
Ichin the Grahar.
Giracher. Ja.
Ichin Dihrahoir.
Your sister runs. Eats. Your sister eats. Ichen dinien kachmajin. Your daughter. Ichen eats. Kachmajin. Every morning.
Mo hishmahori agus a hishmahori.
Hishmachori. Agus a hishmachori. My parents. Agus a hishmachori. And his parents. Yeah, I think his would be for hers. It would be Tishmahori and his parents.
Mahir agus the wahir.
Mahish agus the Wahir. My father and your mother.
Ichen dihrahoir.
Your brother eats. Ishin do Iraha.
Cawil the winter.
Kawil the Wincher. Wincher family. How is your family? Where? Kawil the Wincher. So, probably a feminine noun, judging by the mutation. Wincher.
Na shiblini.
Shiblini, the siblings. Schmiblings.
Antini.
Makes sense, man.
Ichem diner le mahalach.
Oh, it's got the household. Okay, the house is that first component. Ichim junior le machalach.
Ichem diner le mahalach.
I eat dinner with my family, my household.
A shiblini agus a hiblini.
How we mark the difference. Shiblini be his siblings. No, her siblings first. Just tell me. And his siblings. Which is which, though I don't know. First, Shiblini. Hold on to that. Shiblini, her siblings, and his siblings. That's repeated. So, no apparent mutation here. With Shiblini, that's the basic form. And here it's showing it's basically an S, but in this context sounding like an H. Hiblini.
A shiblini agus a hiblini.
Hiblini. And that shows male possessor. Hiblini for his.
Farkele.
Kayla. Far is the man. A compound or phrase.
An chlán.
The clan, the family.
Imrin mahalach le chéle.
Imrin machalach le Kayla. Imrin is tells. Right? Tell a story. Play. My husband plays with Shayla. Plays. Oh, no. My husband plays together? What? Oh, my family plays. Halach, not husband. Okay. Makes more sense.
Monkel.
My
Na posti.
the buttons. Monkel.
Na póstaí.
Postaí. Family. An chlan.
An chláán.
Family. So long vowel, but you'd expect a long consonant from the spelling. So this one's our first book that we published, and just for variety, there's the second to look at. Find those on our website, languageinstitute.com. Last one for the day, I think.
Anim an Vic.
The son's name. Animanvik. Here we have the possessive of the son, Anvik.
Ichan ar rialta ag bósa.
Nielta. Agabosa. Ichin ar Nielta. This is our relatives eat. Agabosa. Posa is posty. Huh. At the wedding. It's like a dated.
Paul is anim dom.
Dom. Paul is the name of mine. Dom. To me. Paul is my name.
Cad is anim dom?
Is Anim. Dom, what's your name? What is my name? Yeah, Dom. Okay, I'm thinking the do. The Dom looks like it has do, but it's the to me fusion of preposition with a pronoun.
Sean Wahid.
Shem Walker, grandfather. Grandmother before mother.
Dorial.
Do. This is the possessive. Your goyal relative.
Dorial.
Lil.
Morialta.
Plural, my
A Sean Aracha.
relatives. This one is her grandfathers.
Mahan Waracha.
Okay, here a nice long plural suffix means my grandmothers. Mohan Waracha.
Mahan Waracha.
Mohan Waracha.
A Hanahir.
Hanahir. His. Mutated here, masculine. His grandfather. Hanahir.
A Hanahir.
Hanahir. Hanahir.
Mahan Wahid. Agus the Hanahir.
Hanahir. Mohan Wahir.
Mahan Wahid. Agus the Hanahir.
Hanwahir agus the Hanahir. My grandmother. Agus do and your grandfather. Hanahir.
Diagoit. Paul is anim dom.
Diarot. Hello. Paul is Animdom. Paul is my Paul. Is my
Cad is anim dom?
Animdom. What is my name? Very odd sentence. What is the name to me?
Sean Wahid.
Said Shan before, and then the mutated form of Mahir, mother, grandmother. Alright, hope you enjoyed watching. Give us a follow, and see you next time.